the channel, and this is my 2021 Kona Process 153, and this is the review after owning the bike for around 2 months. The reason I picked a Kona is because my dad has a Kona, and it's from like 2003, and it's still going now, and it's not used as much anymore, but it still works, and it's just been an awesome bike. And I really like the look of this. I like the colour, which is more important than anything. Yeah, I just really like the look of the bike. It has short chain stays, so although it's like fairly slack head angle, it's quick downhill. It's also really playful, and yeah, it just suits me well. And yeah, I like the look of it, so that's what I went for. The reason it says Process 153 is because it has 153mm of travel on the rear shock. The rear shock is a RockShox Deluxe Select Plus. The front forks are RockShox Yaris. It does say on the specification sheet that they're 160mm travel, but as you can see from this clip, they're actually 170mm forks, which fine, it doesn't bother me either way. 160, 170 doesn't make any difference to me. The drivetrain on this bike is a 12-speed SRAM Eagle SX. That has been absolutely faultless so far. Rode in kind of all kind of conditions, and yeah, literally not missed a beat. It's been perfect. So yeah, nothing bad to say about that. The brakes on the bike are SRAM guides, the 4-pot guides. Now, these brakes are like super powerful, but completely different to what I'm used to riding. So I've always ridden Hope brakes, which have got loads of modulation, which is kind of what I like to ride. So it's been strange coming to these brakes, which are either on or off. I much prefer having something with modulation, but we'll come on to that when I discuss like potential upgrades for this bike in the future. So, problems with the bike. The only issue I've had with this bike is the dropper post, and yeah, no surprises. Cable droppers, I've never seen one that works consistently yet. It's only like 2 months old. I've already had to take it out and resort the cables because it stopped working completely. If anyone knows of a cable dropper which actually works, leave it in the comments and I'll get one. Otherwise I'll be going wireless on it because yeah, it just does my head in that they don't work properly basically. The only other, I wouldn't say issue, but like this really random thing with the forks on the front. We went out for a ride and it was snowy and icy, and I've got a bit of moisture must have built up on top of the fork leg and basically frozen and expanded the fork seal and then blown all the air out the forks. So we got to the bottom and no air in the forks. Just thinking that's odd, but yeah, basically when the bike had defrosted, just pumped some air back into them and now they work good as new. So that was a bit of a random one. Probably never happen again. So upgrades for the bike. The only upgrades I've actually done to this bike, upgrades, I've put some red DMR def grips on it, and also when you buy a bike nowadays, doesn't matter how much you spend, you don't get pedals with it apparently. So I had to buy some pedals. So we've got some of the really wide Crank Brothers, I don't know what they're called, Crank Brothers pedals on there. They're red as well. But going forward, future upgrades, like I mentioned with the brakes, they're good brakes, but it's just not my kind of riding, these brakes basically. So we're going to be looking to change out to Hope brakes and change the colour up a bit. We'll go for a bit of red on the calipers and get some red Hope brakes on there. I think it'll freshen it up, and I just prefer riding them, so we'll be going for that. Another upgrade would be the rear hub. I'll be changing to a Hope Pro 4 rear hub as well. We'll get a red one, keep with the theme. Only reason being is the engagement on a Hope hub compared to this hub is a lot more engagements on the Hope. and that's basically that's what I ride on my jump bike, and that's what I ride. I've always ridden Hope hubs, so gonna get into a Hope hub because they always work, and yeah, I've never had any problems with them, so stick with them. Only other potential upgrades maybe would be to look at the rims, but that's not going to be now. I don't need to do that. The wheels are completely straight and fine. Rims have been fine. I just like the Hope Force rims. The wider rims. So maybe look to upgrade to them in the future. But for close upgrades, it's going to be the brakes. Definitely going to be the next upgrade, which will probably be in the next video coming very soon. Upgrading the brakes on this bike. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Peace.